Now, anybody who's in my generation here in the United States, you know about Sears, the retail chain Sears. Now, Sears, it was an iconic American retail brand. Okay, I remember as a kid growing up, I mean, when that Sears catalog came every year, I mean, that was like the most exciting thing you could ever imagine. I mean, you go to the section maybe with toys or hobbies or whatever. I mean, the Sears catalog, that thing was it, okay? Sears was the largest retail operation in the world in its heyday, all right? The company's probably 160 years old. It started in the mid 19th century, maybe older than that. So Sears was amazing. All right. Now, I understand that retail in general, especially brick and mortar retail, these are not great days for these businesses. I mean, we heard today, Macy's laying off people, sales were weak, Kohl's had a very weak December. So like Amazon's eating everybody's lunch. Online retailing is eating everybody's lunch, especially Amazon. Even Walmart, okay? The mega behemoth of Walmart is being challenged by the likes of Amazon. But Sears, I want to focus on Sears, particularly because this company, while maybe it was in the cards that ultimately it would, see its demise, I believe its demise has been hastened by another idiot, jerky, stupid hedge fund manager. Of course, these guys are like parasites on our economy. I've said it so many times. But this guy, Eddie Lampert, little Eddie Lampert, who bought Sears a while back, I don't remember, in the early 2000s, he bought Sears. And he has run this company into the ground and is another example. And I've listed many examples of these hedge fund morons who don't know what the hell they are doing. But unfortunately, in this case, it's not just about trading the markets and getting whacked on, believing that there's going to be hyperinflation or China's not going to, lend to us. No, this guy's going to destroy a company, like I said, an iconic American brand. And the interesting thing about Eddie Lampert, I don't know if interesting is the right adjective, but the thing about Eddie Lampert, in addition to the fact that he's another one of these idiot, know-nothing, entitled moron hedge fund guys, is the fact that he's one of these wacko, libertarian, Ayn Rand, acolytes. And that was one of the reasons why he drove this company into the ground. When he took it over, rather than instilling a spirit of teamwork into the company, he pitted units, one unit against another unit. It created this internal tension within the company. This whole thing was his whole thing, like this freaking idiot Paul Ryan over there, Speaker of the House. Eddie Munster, who probably the one book he ever read in his life was Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged. Same thing with Eddie Lampert, okay? Believing in this fantasy created by this sociopath Ayn Rand, which ended up in the case of a real business, Sears, he totally destroyed it. So these guys, entitled with their big money, and again, I know some of you, the big boys, right? They gotta be good if they got all that money. No. That's like a club, okay? It's a club. If you're in the club, you get to manage a lot of money. Doesn't mean you're smart. It doesn't mean you're good. And if you're rich, well, when you're managing billions of dollars and you're taking a 2% management fee and you're earning $200, $300 million a year on those billions and not really making much more than a risk-free rate of return, that adds up to $1 billion pretty quick. So yeah, you're going to make the Forbes list of billionaires, all right? But did you earn it? Are you smart? Do you know anything? No, you don't know anything. You know how to run a company, an iconic American company, into the ground. That's what you know, Eddie Lampert. And the list goes on and on and on. Bill Ackman, David Einhorn, George Soros, right? The only big money ever made was that insider trade on the British pound, and then maybe some other insider trades too. Who the hell knows? Ray Dalio, Bridgewater. Oh, it's going to be hyperinflation. We're not going to be able to pay our debts. I mean, these guys are so fucking out of paradigm. Stupid. Stupid. But there's people, some of you say, oh, they must be smart because they're managing money. It's a club, buddy. It's a club, people. They're in the club. This guy ran Sears into the ground. Again, maybe it would have happened anyway, but what he did to this iconic American brand is shameful. Shameful! I can't believe it. Idiots. These guys, Keynes, John Maynard Keynes had it right when he said, euthanize the rentier. Le rentier in French means, rentier is people who extract money from things that exist. They create nothing. Remember that line in the first Wall Street movie, Gordon Gekko? I create nothing. I own. That's what these guys do. They create nothing. Nothing. And Trump was right when he said they're a bunch of paper pushers. Absolutely right. Now, full disclosure, I'm in this business, right? I mean, I'm a trader, but I look at myself as a kind of a mini Robin Hood. I take from the rich and I take from the idiots. I don't care if they're not rich. I take from the idiots and I give it to myself, and then I spread it among you in the form of knowledge. All right, that's what I do. So I look at myself as a kind of an anti-parasite, a parasite killer. That's what I am. So, Eddie Lampert, you killed Sears, man. Euthanize the rentier. Keynes had it right.